Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Asia. If you're new here, today's video is going to be a chit chat get ready with me. If you guys want to just hang out, talk with me, vibe with me, playing some makeup with me, just keep on watching. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you see my face twice a week. And let's just get right into the video. All right, so elephant in the room, we're in a new space. So you guys remember, well, if you didn't watch my vlogs, you wouldn't know, but I converted like my office into like a filming room. I don't know why it took me so long to get this bright idea, but you know, sometimes slow and steady wins the race. I'm gonna put a little headband on. Mine already has like makeup on it, I think, but like that's okay. If you're looking at my hair and you're like, something looks different, I had like, not a midlife crisis, but I don't know, I got bored last week and I just cut myself what I want to call curtain bangs. Are they curtain bangs? Probably not. But I had took some shares to my hair 2 days in a row and I haven't curled my hair. This is like day 4 hair. So my hair is just kind of doing whatever the hell it wants to do, but that's not what we're here to talk about. So I'm going to be doing my makeup because my mom's wedding is coming up. Like, first of all, Asia, all of that needs to be retouched. Get into this lighting, though. Get into this quality. I'm looking in the viewfinder like, damn, girl, ate that down. But yeah, anyway, so my mom's wedding is coming up. And everybody's getting their makeup, like, professionally done, except for me. But anyways, I'm going in with the Bobbi Brown vitamin-enriched base. Because my face is dry. But yeah, anyways, like I was saying, so my mom's wedding is coming up and everybody is getting their makeup done except for me. And that's just because, listen, I'm not a makeup artist, right? Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know how to do my makeup. Like, I know how to like get that soft kind of vibe. I like to look like blown out. I like to look like diffused. I like to just look like effortless. And in the past, the times I have got my makeup done by makeup artists, I just be I feel like sometimes I get my makeup done by makeup artists and it's like not as melted into my skin, or I just be like, I could have did my base for all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the only time I really like going to a makeup artist is for like eye makeup because I don't know how to do eyes. But other than that, I just like my face. And because it's my mom's wedding and I just want to look like myself, but I want to feel very confident, I was like, I'm going to do my own makeup. Sorry. Don't be offended. I mean, my mom make hair anyways. But I don't know. I just like to do my own makeup. Obviously, I would like to just sit in the chair and get my makeup done. And I'm sure he's like a great makeup artist. Like, that's not my problem. But I don't know, like, because I've never seen his work like in the flesh or anything like that. I'm just like, yeah, I'm cool. And it's like a destination wedding. So I don't know. I was like, I'm just gonna play it safe and I'm gonna do my own daggone makeup. So yeah, I do have some topics that I had like written down because I was like, let's just like talk about stuff. And I really want to talk about like self-growth, my growth, me specifically, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, I feel like those types of videos are nice. And not that I have all the answers in life, because let me tell you, I feel like people always think like I got my stuff together. And I don't think like anyone really has their stuff together completely together. It's not even like financially or just like life-wise. Like, I think it's like just being in control of everything, right? Like, nobody is in that situation. So it's always funny because people are always just like, yeah, like, what would you do? Girl, I don't know. I'd be taking life day by day, just like you know, like, I'd be lost in the sauce, just like everybody else. This is such, did you guys hear that? Was that ASMR? This is such a little weird applicator. I picked this up because I know this is like a dupe of like the Charlotte Tilbury thing, and I have that, and I don't really like it. Don't hate me, but I was like, why do people pay this much money? And I bought the travel size. I was like, people pay a lot of money for this. And I was like, it ain't that good of a product, but okay, cool, whatevs. Whatever, Charlotte. So I picked this one up because I was like, let me see what the vibes are getting. I didn't wet my beauty blender. So I feel like the first thing to talk about, like before we even talk about like how I started my journey of like growing and just becoming like who I am today and stuff like that, I feel like it's very important for us to talk about like a very important life-defining moment for me. And don't get me wrong, like life-defining moments for me were like obviously when I had my daughter, because I had her when I was 18, and then just like my son as well, like because that was also a growing moment for me. But I feel like the moment where I really started to reflect on myself in my adult years is when my ex-boyfriend died. And the reason that that was like so life-defining to me though at the time was because one, it happened to me like in my early adult years when I was in my early 20s. And like it was completely different than my experience of becoming a mother. Like becoming a mother obviously defined me in a really intense way, but because I became a mother and like I had no choice but to be a mom, I very quickly adapted to that. Like that was something I had control of, you know, like I knew my baby was coming within the 40-week span. Like that was something I was able to mentally prepare for and really just make sure that I was in the best headspace possible in order to be a parent. But losing my boyfriend at the time, that was something that obviously I had no control over. And it's crazy because I always like come across videos on like TikTok, like on my For You page, of girls that like, you know, either like they're pregnant and like their partner dies or just anything like that. And I always feel like it's one of those pains that you just can never imagine till you like go through. Like it's something I would never wish, like not on a single person. Because what people fail to like really realize is that like when somebody's husband dies, boyfriend, anybody like in that romantic thing, they're losing a lot of people in one person. So like you're losing like your best friend, you're losing your lover, you know what I'm saying? Like someone that has really fulfilled you in a lot of ways. So when I was in my early 20s, my ex-boyfriend was murdered, unfortunately. And it wasn't like, our relationship wasn't easy by any means. It was always pretty rocky from the start. Like we were just two people, we probably had no business like ever trying to make it work. Like a very toxic environment for us. But you know, it was one of those things that like I was young and I just was like, I wasn't like pressed to make it work, but like I just really cared about him so deeply, and he also cared about me very deeply, but more than that, he cared about my daughter deeply. So it was something that I really like struggled to part ways with at the time. But like he was like my best friend, like literally like twin flame. Like that's what I consider him. Like he really was like my person, you know. Like it just was so easy, it was so effortless. It was the first time I ever experienced that, like where you just like magnetic. And the funny thing about it is it was always like that even when I first met him, before we even like took on a romantic thing. It was always like this instant thing where like I was drawn to him and he was drawn to me. So anyways, yeah, we knew each other for a while before we ever like dated or anything. We had like little flings here and there, but never like anything. Like I had Harper at the time, like throughout our time knowing each other, and he was in and out of relationships and stuff. But then eventually we did like rekindle our flame, and we kind of like were like, oh, okay, you know what? Like, obviously this is something we can't fight. We ended up in a relationship, whatever. A lot happened in our relationship. I'm not really going to go into detail about that just because I don't really feel like it's important. But like, it wasn't a perfect relationship. Looking back, I probably should have never stayed in a relationship as long as I did. Like, that's okay. You live and you learn. And realistically, you know, when it came down to him dying, it was something that like I never saw happening to me. And that's very obvious to say, but like that would never happen to me, but like it did happen to me. And I just remember the funniest thing is like nobody knows this except for like the closest people in my life. We weren't really like in the best space when it happened. We were like going through like this argument, and we were like in that petty phase of like, I don't want nothing to do with you, but then like we would see each other the next day. Like we were in that part of our relationship, but we were in an argument per usual. Like we were always freaking arguing. Like we would get along for like 4 days, y'all. Like that was it. That was the longest we probably ever went, and would have a problem. Like I'm done with you, and then I would get a text like you can't leave me, like stuff like that, right? So we were going through this argument, and I remember I just was kind of like at this point, and I was in the bed. And it was like late, and I was like, you know what, Asia? I was like, it's just time for you to just like be done with it. Like love him to death, right? Like to this day. And I was like, but maybe it's not for you. And I just was like overthinking our relationship and like our argument and like the last interaction we had, which was the day prior and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? Like we are like in this repetitive broken cycle. Like it's just time to be done with it. And it's so crazy because I was in bed and I had like, I wasn't emotional about what I was thinking about, but like at one point I just broke down that night, like literally like y'all, like heartbroken, right? And I didn't know at the time why, but 10 minutes later I got a phone call. Because I was ignoring my phone ring, obviously, right? And my cousin called me, and my cousin was like, texted me like, hey, like, please call me back, because I was ignoring all the calls. And I called her back and I was like, hey, what's up? And she was like, it just died, right? And I was like, what are you talking about? Because I just was talking to him like an hour before that. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she just basically told me that like she heard that like he got killed and stuff like that. And it was in that moment that I realized that that sense of heartbreak that I felt was because, like, on a greater level, somewhere in the universe, I knew that that part of me was lost for good. And it sounds really crazy to say, because it's like, well, how would you know? Because I think that me and him were so connected, I do think that the second that like he left this earth, that my greater self also knew, and that's when my heart broke. Okay, I hope I don't get emotional, because literally one of the best people I've ever met in my life. But anyway, so yeah, that happened, and it was just the lowest moment for me. Like, I just never thought that was gonna happen to me, y'all. And I just was so, it took me so much like mental stuff to like get through. I didn't want to go to the funeral, y'all. Like, I didn't want to be bothered with it. It was a lot of drama surrounding his death as well, with like other girls and stuff. And like, that's nobody's fault but his. Like, you know, like, I didn't care at that point. Like, I was like, you know, like, whatever he had got going on, it's not big in comparison to him no longer being on this earth. Like, at the end of the day, like, we all got to mourn together. We all got to mourn together. I don't care. I don't care to beef with anybody over a man that's not here, right? But I just remember, like, I was like, what happens after this, right? Like, what really happens? Because I really was dumbfounded where you go after losing a partner. And again, it was the first time I've ever been through that. I'm taking color corrector from e.l.f. By the way, their camo color corrector. I think I'm gonna start with this one. Kind of see where that takes me. So the reason I'm telling you guys this, one is because like a lot of people do bring it up. People, I think, they have known about the situation just from like past times I like mentioned it and stuff. And I think it's something important to kind of share, because, you know, like, I know, again, I share a lot of things because I know I'm not the only person that has gone through it. And sometimes I feel like it's nice to get comfort for somebody that you don't feel like you gotta tell them your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm telling you my business, it's just like, I feel like somewhere in the world there's a girl that's like, well, feel me on this, okay? And when that happened, I did like a lot of soul searching at the time. And when I say soul searching, it's because that was the type of bond you don't run past often in life, and I knew that, and that's why me and him were just very connected to each other. And after it happened, I do want to say that, like, I was so lost in that situation. I did move on very, very quickly, and I didn't move on because I was ready. I moved on because I take my pain and I just ignore it. So like, I thought that I was ready the whole time. I wasn't, right? Like, looking back, I knew I wasn't ready to like be dating and stuff, but like, I did anyways. It happened, you know, like, it is what it is. Oh, did I just open the wrong concealer? I did, but it's okay. You know, like, it happened. Looking back after the situation, like, I knew that, but I was like, you know, like, okay, cool. Life happened. That was how my life was supposed to unfold. It's fine, Asia. But basically, I realized what things were not for me. I realized that if I'm put in a situation that I should not be in, it's going to get taken from me. And I'm not even saying him, like, because that's weird. I'm saying just a situation in general in life. Like, that relationship is what I'm more so referring to. I'm also saying that, like, I could force myself to be in a space if I feel like it's a necessity to me, but if it's not, it will be removed from my life, okay? Like, I'm saying things in the sense of, this is when I really started to realize if something is not for me, it will not be mine. And I think that was a very defining thing for me to realize as a woman, because I was never this type of person until this situation happened to me. Like, it took for me to go through one of the biggest loss like that. Like, you know what's crazy? No loss will ever compare to that, because again, your lover, your friend, your person, the person that was helping you raise your kid, like, I'm never going to experience that, God forbid, ever again in my lifetime. So when that happened, I was like, you know what? Life is so short, for one, because never would have thought that would have been my last time seeing him. But also, I was like, I have to realize that in my lifetime, I need to take control of what I want to happen in my life, right? Like, do I want to sit here chasing things that don't deserve me and my time. And this is not even referring to a man. This is referring to what I want out of life, my accomplishments, my goals, there's like stuff like that, my dreams, my aspirations. Then it was also like, do I want to basically put all my energy into situations that don't even serve me? Like, I did a lot of soul searching. And these are things I did not realize until that death. And that's why it's such an important moment to my life, because without that situation, I mentally wouldn't be where I am today, right? And for me, I don't want to say I'm like the most positive person ever, but like that was definitely a moment where things clicked in my brain, because I was like, I can't do this. Life is short. I can't dwell on this type of stuff. I just need to like get in control of my life and understand that things are going to happen to me. Yes, of course, but those things that happen to me are happening for me. And I had to see the beauty in everything. And I'm also one of those people that like anything could happen to me and I don't dwell on it. Like if my car breaks down, it's not like, oh my God, I'm having the crappiest day ever. Like, why would it happen? I always think of it like maybe I was being protected from something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about life in that aspect, and I'm like that with everything. Like, some people get mad at traffic. Maybe this traffic is saving me from something else, or something gets stolen. I wasn't supposed to have it. Somebody else needed it more than me. That's just how I am these days. And it's because of that situation though with him. Like, I realized nothing in life is that serious, like at all, right? And I feel like that's a really beautiful thing that I, learned. Of course, I wish I didn't have to learn it in that situation, but like it happens. What can you really say? Like, it happens, and unfortunately, it happened to me. I wish it never happens to anybody else, but it happened to your girl. So I say all that to say, hold on, I'm taking this Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. What is this called? Divine Neutrals. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna set that like very loosely, like nothing like serious, with some translucent powder. But that was like when I really started to like put myself first, and like I just really started like to change my perspective on life, and I became like this positive person, this accepting person, and I feel like I became the person that I attracted what I put out there in the world. Like, I feel like before, like a lot of bad things used to happen to me. There was a lot of negative energy surrounding me, and like the people around me weren't good people, and then boom, whole switch, right? So like the thing about it is that everybody is going to go through something in life that really changes their perspective, right? But I feel like it's on you to really catch on to that. Like, I feel like sometimes if you don't learn something from the situation that happened in your life that was meant to like shift your mindset or just help you grow in certain places, things will continue to happen to you that will almost force your hand. You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to dwell on the timelines of things. I don't do that much. It's like those are things that are out of your control. But I feel like at the end of the day, the thing about it is I was like, I was so blessed to just have experienced his love and to share him with my daughter, because he was very active in my daughter's life, which is one of the most important things to me in our relationship. Like, aside from all other things, he helped me take care of my daughter. Like, in this color, good vibes, and I'm taking that like in the crease. But yeah, so the reason that had like shaped me though is because I feel like I was forced to really just look at life on a bigger scale, right? Like, the grand scheme of things was like, no, like you were focusing on the wrong things. You were focusing on the little things in life. You were focusing on the things out of your control. You was really sitting there and giving all your energy and all your time to situations that you could not do anything about. Like, why not give that same energy to the things that are in your control, such as who you are? It was really in that exact moment that I really grew up as a person, really grew up as a woman. Like, and again, a life-defining situation for me. Don't wish it on my worst enemy. But wow, I learned so much from that situation, because that was like the one big thing that really happened to me in my adult years. And like, I had lost like a lot of friends to like gun violence, because like I grew up in Philly, so it's like, it happens. It's just the reality. It's the reality of living anywhere, but like it really is the reality of living here. There's so many of my friends and like people I just know in passing, they have all passed away. And it's like your partner, oh my gosh. But anyways, so yeah, I just wanted to like really just dive into like how you choose inner peace and how you choose yourself, and like just really focusing all your energy into things that are going to bring you good things in life. And like, here's the thing. Not everybody believes in like the manifesting and like what you put out is what you attract and stuff. But beyond that, it's more so just your mindset in life. Like, if you have to spend every single day of your life one way, why would you not want to do it with just being a positive person and just having good energy and making other people smile and stuff like that? And that's just definitely how I am. You know, I could be having like the worst day. I don't take it out on my Starbucks barista. I don't take it out on like anybody at Chick-fil-A. Like, you would never know that I was having a terrible freaking day. And I feel like that's just how people have to be, especially because people are like so mean these days. Like, why not? What do you lose, right? I had dark in the crease with booked, but now I'm gonna take like, I want to take a pencil brush. First of all, I was supposed to be trying this new eye trick and didn't do it, but it's cool. It's whatever. Happens to the best of us. I'm gonna go in with, I'm going with Boo Bear or Cinnamon Roll. I like the names of these. Boo Bear. It's my Boo Bear. I'm gonna say Boo Bear. Matter of fact, I'm gonna mix them because why the hell not? And I'm gonna like deepen the outer V just a little smidge. We're gonna smoke it out. Yeah, I just definitely feel like sometimes if you really give a hold of like your mindset in life, you'll notice that like good things are coming your way or happening to you, or just more things that you've been wanting will align and work out for you. And it's just all mindset. Like, it's just getting yourself out of that negativity, because I used to be the most negative person ever, y'all. I used to be so negative. It's crazy. Like, just thought that my life was always going to fall apart. It didn't matter what was going on in my life. I always thought my life was going to fall apart. Like, why would that happen to me? Of all people, why would something so good happen to me? That's how I was. And it's because I just saw so many things about my life change at that point. Like, just the experiences I was giving, just my job, where I was going, like everything took a turn for my life after I became someone that I just was like, I'm no longer being this negative Nancy and stuff like that. So I think it's important to like really kind of sit down and figure out what you're focusing on in life. Like, are you sitting there micromanaging your life and being like, oh my gosh, something always happens to me. Oh my gosh, like nothing is ever smooth sailing. Or are you the type of person like it might be raining today, but it's gonna be sunny tomorrow. You know, like that's how I'd be like, it's cool, like it's gonna pass. Work is dry right now. It ain't gonna be dry forever. So-and-so is happening. It's cool. It's not gonna stay that way. Like, I definitely feel like sometimes you have to get control of your mentality, because you'll just notice that when you do, even though life is gonna life regardless, like it's gonna life. It's no other way to put it. You'll notice that you just pay more attention to the good things that are happening in life, and you'll realize how light you feel and just how happy you feel all the time, which I feel like is why I'm always such like a happy, free-go-lucky person. It's just because I don't dwell on things a lot. And I know it sounds like easier said than done, but like most people don't really know about this type of stuff, you know, like, because even sometimes I talk to my aunt about it, and my aunt is in her 40s, and she's like, you know, it's always so amazing to listen to you and your growth. She's like, because these are things I'm just now realizing at my age, but you're realizing them early in comparison to me. So yeah, it kind of just depends on the person. And you know, like, I know some of y'all are probably like, girl, I already know this type of stuff, but there are some people that don't. And I feel like it's important to share those types of things, to just be like, you know, maybe you were negative and you were being so down on yourself until this video. Like, I never know. You never know either. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's definitely one of those big things. Do I want to add like concealer and like lighten it up? Because I definitely think I want to go like a little smoky on the eye, like a little sultry. But I don't know. I need to try out my bridesmaid's dress after this, because y'all, when I tell y'all that bridesmaid's dress was tight, it was, I was like, am I gaining weight? Because you guys know I've been on semaglutide, right? I've been on semaglutide to like lose weight. Not like lose a lot of weight, but like just kind of get me to where I need to be ideally. Like, I just want to get down to like, I think like 140 or something like that. So I got on semaglutide. I got my 4th shot today. I think I've been on for like a month or something like that. And hold on, I gotta focus because I feel like I just messed that crease up. But it's cool. It's whatever, sis. I feel like I was so bloated. I wasn't eating the best. So I started dieting because the wedding is quickly approaching. But I'm like, let me try it on one more time, because baby, if this dress don't fit, what we finna do? What's gonna happen? I ain't got no secondary dress. Like, what's the vibes giving, you know? All right, I'm gonna take this to the middle, and then I'm gonna flip the brush over, and I'm gonna just pat it in to make sure it's blended. My stomach hurts. I had a coffee this morning and probably wasn't the best thing I've ever done. Probably wasn't the best decision I ever made, but it's okay because I was really craving it. Like looking back at my taste buds were happy. But was it the smart thing for my stomach lining? Probably not. I'm gonna take it just barely, and I'm taking it like on this duo fiber eyeshadow brush just because I want it to be like lightly dispersed. And then if I decide to pack it in, I can. But I just want to go a little on the natural side so I could like blend everything, diffuse everything. You know what I'm saying? I want it to look effortless, but I want my eye to be open and bright, but I want the ends to be smoky. I think I'm gonna smoke out like the bottom lash line as well. I don't really know what the vibes are giving. And for the wedding, I'll have eyelash extensions, which is good because Lord knows I don't like applying a lash strip. Like, it's just not for me. I don't know how we used to live solely off of lash strips. Lash strips. Like, I just hate putting them on, but I miss having extensions. But I also don't like having extensions for like everyday life anymore because I just like my eyes breathing. So like, I look forward to when it is time to get them. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me set this. I'm gonna go in with Good Vibes, which is like that first starter color, and I'm gonna like melt it in the middle to like, yeah, blend it, blend it. Ooh, love a blended eye, okay? Ain't no harsh lines over here. Gonna just butter them together, melt it. Oh, I put that in the wrong color. Just when I was getting cocky. But we're gonna just put it right here. My mom, I sent her this dress from Cuckoo that I have been wanting, but like obviously I haven't been buying anything that's tan or white because it's my mom's wedding and I wanted it for vacation, so I sent it to her. So she just showed me it on her. Now I gotta buy a dress when I'm gonna wear it. I don't know, but I'm gonna buy the dress anyways. I'm gonna tight line. I'm like, is this even going on? I don't know. Oh yeah, it is. Ha ha ha. I had recently picked up the Makeup by Mario foundation because I know all the girlies were like, oh my god, it's the greatest foundation ever. Yeah, bought it, returned it. I didn't like it. I wasn't crazy about it. I tried it twice, and you know what it was? I just was not crazy about the what's it called? The shimmer in it. I feel like the shimmer like made my face look more flawed, if that makes sense. Like, one thing about this NARS one, she gonna have you looking flawless. Like, she just blurs everything. Ooh, you see that? Y'all see that, right? She just blurs everything. She dries down like flawless. Hopefully it covers this little scabby scab, but it's fine if it doesn't. And I just can't leave her alone. Like, I feel like the one thing about me, like being a content creator, I'm always like, oh, I want to try new stuff, right? To like share with you guys. Sometimes if something's not broke, just don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I was like, that's like an expensive foundation. I was like, I already have a backup of my NARS. Like, I'm just never going to get around to using it. So I'm going to return her. And I tried to make her work twice and I just did not love her. So yeah, she went back to the store, unfortunately. But I like trying new foundations. But I definitely, like, I feel like once you use the NARS ones and you fall in love with one of the formulas, because like there's so many, right? That it's very hard to cheat on them. Like, definitely hard to cheat on them, because it's like, why would I ever do that? And I feel like the undertones are always perfect for me. Like Tahoe is my perfect match, and I'm no longer ever cheating on her. So yeah, I'm using this brush. I got this in an Amazon kit. She's a good brush. She looks like the Sephora one, but I paid like $30 for the whole kit. Is it gonna focus? There it is. It's like, you see that, like slanted? Ooh, it's so good. I got the set for like $20, maybe $30 from being out there with my money, but it was like a 21-piece set at the same time, so like, who cares? The rest I'm just kind of gonna dab in after kind of putting that all over, and then we go in my beauty blender and just make sure it's like no excess foundation anywhere. If you guys notice, I didn't take a lot onto my forehead or under my eye, because obviously that is for another reason. Oh my god, he cut the inside of my nose. What in the Wolverine did I give birth to? He just have a piece of skin hanging right here in my nose with blood, because he just be beating me up, I swear to goodness. So all right, we're gonna go, ooh, what's that? We're gonna go in with some liquid contour, cream contour. Do I want to use my Bobbi Brown stick or do I want to use my Morphe one? I think I'm going with my Morphe one just because I feel like this one's like a little bit deeper and I really like the color of it. This is in the color Peak of Chestnut. That's a cute name because you know usually it's just chestnut. It says Peak of Chestnut. I'm just going to take this in my usual spots to kind of like roughly bronze before we put the the bronzer down. Is that too much? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. You guys know I'm like addicted to TikTok, right? Against my will. Because remember, like at first I was like, I'm never getting on TikTok. It's so pointless. Oh my God, your girl can't get off of it now. I be on TikTok all day long. And I really hate to admit that. But I be on there all day. And I just be on there, one, cracking up, two, learning so much. I be learning new things to cook. Let me tell y'all, I came across this video. This girl had cooked like this like salmon grilled cheese. She put like a stuffed cream cheese with like spinach in it. I said, that don't even look like something I would ever put together. But baby, I gotta try it. It was so good. It was like an air fried salmon, so you know it was perfect. Like, first of all, what do we ever do without air fryers? I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I be using the air fryer on a daily basis, and I'm like, everything comes out bomb in it, right? And then she put like the cream cheese mixture with the spinach, bomb. Then she did the grilled cheese on like sourdough, put mayo on the bread so it was crispy, cooked in a butter pan. Oh my God, I gotta make it when I go to the grocery store. See how they just added like a lot of color? Yeah, that's what we want. You guys know I love looking bronzy for no reason. This was probably not the right brush to use, but like, we're in it now. We're committed, so it's whatevs. Yeah, but I be finding like so many like fashion girlies, like anybody that I come across on TikTok and they're doing like get ready with me's and their outfits are bomb, instant follow. And even though I don't even ever like go through my who I follow tab, still follow, right? But I love TikTok. I just be on there just grooving all day, cracking up. Like, I be like, I think my FBI agent be working overtime formulating my For You page because it be making a lot of sense. It be making perfect sense at that. Ooh, wait till we add concealer. I cannot believe this scab on my face. I would add blush right now, but I think I'm gonna clean everything up with concealer first and then we'll commit to blush. I'm gonna take my Tarte Shape Tape because I have yet to find a concealer that I like more than this concealer. And you guys know I buy concealers a lot. I should have put color corrector under my eyes, but I did, so it's okay. Yeah, I be trying to find a concealer I like more than this one, and I don't know. It's not even like, oh, the color is bomb. It's like the formula is just good to me. Like, every other concealer I find is like too drying or not enough coverage. I literally have like a drawer of concealers right next to me. Like every brand you could think of. I gotta make sure these is even, or else I could fumble the whole entire bag in its entirety all in one swoop. Let me put some concealer on my brand new chin. Is that a piece of hair on my forehead? Is it a piece of... I was about to say, now my own hair is sabotaging me. This shade is a lighter shade just because I think for the wedding I want to have like more of that under eye that's bright rather than like a super natural under eye. I don't know. These are just things we're testing though. You know, like they're not permanent. If they don't work out today, it's fine. We will reassess them another day. I think a beauty blender to blend the concealer out because I don't know any other way to blend concealer. I try a brush sometimes and it just stresses me out because the brush is so dry and I'm like, I'm gonna be here all day. I don't want to be here all day. So we're just gonna blend this out as normal. Like, I definitely feel like bright concealers like scare me at first, but eventually, I don't know, eventually I adapt, you know? Like, it's one of those things that I'm like, wow, my forehead is white. But isn't that the point with a bright concealer? Yeah, pretty much. Should I let this sit down a little bit? I get so scared letting my concealer dry because then I'm like, what if I go to blend it out and it doesn't move? Oh my God, that would be so tragic. That would be like the worst decision of my life. Speaking of how we were talking about my mom's wedding though, I have to write my bridesmaid speech. Definitely haven't done it yet. I know what I want to say. I know a lot of points I want to say because I have thought about this multiple times. I just have not taken the time to write it yet. I don't know why that is. Because it's like, if I already done it mentally, why would I not just type it out on my phone? And I was like, I've only been to so many weddings in my life. Like, what do people say? thanks to TikTok, I went on TikTok and typed in like maid of honor speech, best man speech. Like, I was like, what do people be saying? Like, I just wanted to know, like, the way they flow. Do they have a beginning, middle, end? Do they have a story in them? Do you address the bride and the groom? Like, I needed to know those types of things. Do I introduce myself to everybody? I mean, I've been to weddings, but I don't feel like I've ever paid much attention to the speeches, and that's so terrible. I'm trying to be mindful of like keeping the concealer right here and not like moving it all over, even though I don't like when my concealer is too bright right here. So I am going to add like some of that bronzer concealer back to my temples, because I feel like when you have this brightening right here, it makes your face look wider. We don't want to look wider, we want to look skinty. So yeah, but I definitely have to do my bridesmaid speech. Well, I'm the maid of honor, head daughter in charge. But I definitely haven't done that yet. And I've been so busy packing that my anxiety has been on 10. I just get so nervous. One, because it's a big function, right? Like, it's a wedding we're going to. But just making sure my kids have everything they need, I start overthinking life in general. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if my son doesn't have X, Y, and Z? And next thing you know, I'm just Amazoning it up. And I get so anxious and so nervous because I'm such a perfectionist. Like, it's ridiculous. Are these matching? Probably not, because I ain't gonna lie, I be seeing two different things. But it's cool, we gonna rock out with it. Because if I mess with it, I'm gonna mess it up even more. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take the same concealer like I told you guys. I'm just gonna put a smidge right here and a smidge right there. Because I know some people, like, they look good with that brightening right there. I don't. It just makes my face look bigger. I don't want to look bigger. I want to look snatched. I want to look small. I want to look slim. I want to look like I got a BBL to my face, you know? Like, I want nice pouty lips, happy cheekbones, skinny everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me those vibes. Yeah, you see the difference that made? Yeah. You really love to see it. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like high-key, low-key, I'm acting like a baby crackhead right now. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? High-key, low-key, I feel like I'm acting a little crazy right now, but it's because I had iced coffee today. So if you're like, why is she in rare form? It's because I had a coffee and I don't drink coffee. So not a natural occurrence, but it's occurring right now. In fact, before I set my under eyes, I'm going to put on the liquid blush because I forgot last time and I messed up my whole entire face. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wand. Do you need this? No, because it's expensive. I just am so weird about blush. And I can't find like the perfect blush color to me. And I be wanting to be a blush girly so bad because the girlies love blush right now. And I love the way it looks. But I can't find a color that like works for me. And I really want to try the Rare Beauty one. What's it called? I don't remember the color. It's the color that Heather uses, Heather Sanders. And her blush always looks bomb. I just haven't been back to Sephora. But like, I want something like that shows, but I want something that's like natural looking, like not like a hot pink, but this is a good one, right? Because originally I was like, I'm not keeping that damn blush. Like, I'm not gonna like it for like, what is it, $40? Oh, I really like it. I want to try the bronzer stick, but it was sold out. I had originally bought it, but they had canceled it on my order, so that's fun. But like, I do really enjoy the color of this. Like, you see how it gave me color, but it's not too much color. Like, I feel like the way my face is, I could go from looking flushed with color to a clown real quick, you know? And that's not the vibes I have been giving. So I really struggle like with blushes, but I really enjoy this one because everyone's like on TikTok, like, you don't need to spend that amount of money on a blush. There's so many other alternatives. While this is true, until you can give me the alternative, I'm gonna use it. And she's cute, right? This side looks like it's up higher. Am I tripping or no? Am I tripping? I don't think so. I definitely think it's a little higher. And then I'm going to blend this one out on my nose. But the next thing I wanted to talk about, because, oh my gosh, is like why I'm single, right? Because we always be talking about like why I don't like Hinge and stuff like that. But I wanted to talk about why I don't date specifically. And the reason I don't date is because I feel like I'm not ready to date. And the reason I think I'm not ready to date is because everything has a because. I'm going to blend everything out right here. I feel like there's just a lot of things I just want to like heal about myself before I enter my next relationship. But I feel like moving into my next relationship, I just want to make sure that like mentally I'm just all the way available. Like, I definitely am someone that, even though I don't mean to, I bring like my past baggage. Like, how do you do this? Do you just, oh, okay. I bring my past baggage into the relationship, like, and I do it by accident. Like, more so like it's just like a trust thing. Like, oh well, this happened to me, and now I'm kind of taking it on you type of vibe, and I don't want to be that person anymore. So I definitely think it's a lot of things I need to like just kind of focus on and figure out how to put them to rest and leave them there, or else it's gonna like just always kind of hinder and hold back my future relationships. So like choosing to be single and like to not even entertain dating has just been one of those things that I was like, you know what, like I feel like it's best for me, because I just am at a point in my life, like the next person I date, like that's my person. I'm done. Okay, after that, like I'm done dating. I don't want to just be out here dating all the time anymore. Like I want to get married, and I just want to settle down, and I just want my forever. And you know, like after my past situations that haven't worked, and I have kids and stuff, it's just like I feel like my choice in men was solely because of my hurt. Like, and I realized that, and I was like, okay, I don't want that anymore. Now I'm just like at a place where I'm like, you know what, I don't want to be in that situation anymore. Like I just really just want my next relationship just to be so full of love, and a healthy love, and like a love that's gonna thrive in any environment. And I'm gonna step all of this because I don't want none of this to crease, even though I'm not going nowhere right now. So am I wasting this $40 powder? Yes, but that's okay. By the way, I'm using like the Ultra Blur powder from Laura Mercier. I didn't know there was a new one until recently, but you learn new things on TikTok, so I picked this one up. So like choosing to like be by myself, like of course it like gets lonely, like, and not even lonely like in the way that most people would think you're trying to say it, but like I get lonely in the aspect of like all my previous relationships, I've always had like the best friend. Like my partner was really like my road dog. Like that's who I talk to all day, and I talk to my friends, but like my partners are always my best friends. Like I build my relationships on friendships, and not dating and not having that person has been very hard for me to adjust, because I just be in the house and I'd be like, damn, who am I tell the good news to? Like I'd be like, damn, who am I share this with? Like I don't know, because like I don't want to bother my friends with my stuff, right? I'd be like, I see everybody so in love, like all my friends have boyfriends, and I'm just like, then there's little old me just always third wheeling, like, hey guys, can I come out to eat with you guys? And you know, like I have dated, I'm not saying that, like I have definitely dated since I had my son, and I just realized like when I get the ick very easily with men, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, everything pisses me off. Like, don't even say the wrong word. Don't let a fly land on you while we at dinner. Because all of a sudden, I'm just thinking, like, why would this fly land on you? Out of everything in this restaurant, it landed on you. Instant ick, right? And it's definitely one of my biggest downfalls. Like, I should probably grow up, but I don't know. I definitely get the ick easily. It's bad. It's bad, y'all. It's real bad. And I'm just at a point in my life where I'm just like, you know what? I have to be more open-minded, but I don't want to be open-minded to the point that I settle. That's very important for me. Like, I don't want to settle, and I want my person that I do end up with, you know, within the next couple of years to just be, I'm willing to compromise, but I'm not willing to settle. Two different things. I'm willing to compromise on some of the things that I want out of a partner, but I am not willing to settle. I'm like trying new brushes. So if you're like, what is taking you so long? I'm like just trying to find things that work for me. I'm going in with bronzer. This is the Juvia's palette. Like I'm just gonna like set a kind of base bronzer. You guys hate when your nose runs when you're doing your makeup, and everybody on TikTok was like, oh, it means you're allergic to something you put on your face. First of all, everything I put on my face was brand new. But then somebody said that you do it because when you're doing your concealer, you're pressing on your gland that triggers your nose. I don't know, girl. I don't be knowing what to think sometimes. I be like, oh my God, what is true and what is not? Like, what's the vibes? Because it be so much information out there, and I'm like, which one's right? I don't know, but my nose definitely run every time I do my makeup. My brain has went through 20 different conversations, and y'all are probably like, oh my God, is it CRAC that you smoke? Because there's no way that your thoughts are all over the place like this. But the truth is, right now, they are. And this is why coffee is for grown-ups in my Maribel voice, because my body can't handle it. Like, my body is like, girl, what is this? Like, why are we jittery right now? And I got a nerve to be playing in somebody's makeup. Okay, cool. We're gonna start working on the lower lash line. Taking my bronzer again that I went in the crease with, And I'm not gonna start I'm gonna start working that into the lower lash line. Not that you guys care, because we are not here for a makeup tutorial. We are here to hear Asia chit chat, right? This scab on my face goes crazy. All of the dry skin on my lips, crazier. Cracking him. I was like, because what if the makeup artist sees me do my makeup and he's like, girl, probably should have let me do your face because you look a mess. But is he gonna say that to me, or is he gonna let me just embarrass them in photos? Like, you know, is he gonna be like, oh, like, come here, let me just help you do something and like blend out my eye? Or is he gonna be like, no, girl, you wanted to play yourself? Go ahead and play yourself. These are things I wonder. My intrusive thoughts get the best of me. Like, definitely doing your own makeup around a makeup artist. Are they judging your makeup and your blendability? You know, like, what's the tea for all of my girlies that are makeup artists? Because, like, I'd imagine, like, people that are dentists, they're constantly in people's mouths, even when they don't mean to be. They'd be like, damn, sis, you could probably do some braces. You know, like, but even though they're off the clock, you could definitely use a treatment of braces. Like, it's no way at your big age, that's what your teeth look like. And I just imagine that's what people say about me. Like, they probably be like, girl, it's no way at your big age you settled for an overbite. But I don't want braces for the third time. I don't care. It's my teeth, and that's just how they is, you know? But yeah, what if he's like, girl? Or is he gonna lie to me and say my makeup looks nice? These are the different ways that they could go. These are all things I think about because my intrusive thoughts get the best of me on daily. One thing about my intrusive thoughts, they gonna thought, okay? I also gotta take a picture of my makeup and make sure ain't no flashback, because how salty would I be? And then if there is a flashback, I gotta figure out what product it stems from. When you got one hand vibes, take some mascara, put it on my lashes. Thank God I'm gonna have eyelash extensions for the wedding, because who the hell got time for this? And you know why I don't like lashes though? I feel like they just come off, and I've tried like every lash glue, or I just can never get them straight. And it ain't nothing worse than enhancing your lazy eye, because your lashes is off by a centimeter. A millimeter at that. What the heck was that, Zoe? Oh my God. I'm supposed to be cooking dinner right now, so I'm trying to hurry up. The things I do for y'all. Me trying to get a video up for y'all ASAP. They out here filming instead of cooking my kids dinner. But it's cool. They can wait, segment. We're gonna take our little applicator and we're gonna that was actually so easy. But can she do it on the other eye though? Let's move on to lippies. I need to go find like a good lip for the wedding. I'm gonna take Morphe Sweet Tea and Elina. Is that too nude though? Like, I think that's a little too nude. So I'm gonna go back in with the lip liner and try to add some dimension back. I feel like this lip is like a little bit more nude than I would have liked, but like for right now it's fine. Like, I think I want to do something like a little bit more pinky, so this will do for right now. For highlighter, I'm just gonna go in with my Dior one, just because I don't want something that's like super shimmery, but like I do want to have like a glow from within vibe, and that's what this is kind of good for. Like, it just gives you a glow, but it's not like, oh my gosh, she has chunks of glitter sitting on her face, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to add to my face? Probably not, right? It looks... How do I look? My hair is not done. I gotta do my hair, but I'm actually gonna wash it tonight because I did my hair Sunday night. It's Wednesday, basically Thursday, because it's like 8 o'clock at night. So she's cute though. How do we feel about her? Like, I definitely feel like the lights make me look like a little bit more light, like a little bit more washed out, because I have like daylight lights on, like they're super bright. I have to kind of play with the lighting in here. But how do you guys feel? Is she cute? Should I do my makeup like this for the wedding? Like, is it giving sultry maid of honor? but still cute and effortless and like light, or should I go like a little bit heavier? Let me know, because if I gotta try something else, I need to know now so I could do that trial too. But I kind of think I like this. Like, I feel like I still feel like myself, but I feel like I do have like just enough smoke that it's like I'm ready to party, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like my usual makeup that I would go for on a daily basis, so I'm not mad at it. I wish my hair was done, but it's okay. These little curtain bangs that I cut, girl, why did I cut my hair? Why don't let me cut my hair? I had it in a vlog, but the vlog didn't make the cut either, which you guys will hear about on this week's vlog. But it's cute though. I'm not mad at it. It's like my usual like soft base, just like a different eye. But I definitely feel like it's a good eye for like a bridal party, you know, like, because it's not my wedding and I'm not the main character, but it's enough going on that it's very chef's kiss. But I definitely need to get like a better lip combo. Like, I want something more pinky. I think I'm gonna go pick up like a hooded lipstick or something like that, because this is just a little too nude for me and I want something more my lip color but better. So yeah, but this was today's video. I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me. We started off good with the talk and then I just start rushing through things. I do this every single get ready with me though, because I start panicking that the video is going to get too long. But if you guys enjoyed yourself, leave me a comment down below and let me know what was your favorite part. I will see you guys on Sundays. If you guys are new here, that is our weekly vlog, so make sure you guys subscribe to tune into that. Don't forget to like the video, comment, all that fun stuff. I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much and thank you guys for hanging out with me. Bye guys.